So, first and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, HASHAM, I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me his truth. And sincere shalom to the elect out there, teaching his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, I'm the brother Yasharon, and this is, I was going to do this video last night, but it was a spirit that I held off till today, because, everybody by now knows about this guy who was doing the Thanksgiving dinner where he was eating all kinds of swine and processed carbs. And he made a justification video. There's his picture right there. You see Apostle Gabar's video. It came out that he's got all kinds of health problems. A majority of the health problems that we get come from our diet. Okay, it's not just because of the curses. Yes, it is because of the curses too, but the majority of the health problems that we experience is because of our diet. In our lifestyle. Okay, because men have never been lazier than they are now, and our diets have never been worse than they are now. A lot of the food that we make, that we eat, is made up. That's what I meant to say. A lot of the food that we eat is made up and heavily processed, man. And Apostle Gabar in his video, which I agree with him on a lot of health things. And that's what basically this video is. I'm going to expand upon that, man. Because a lot of brothers who know me know that I've been researching, things like this, well, since I was a kid, pretty much. But I'm always watching out for different herbs and things like that. Okay, because my mother was a diabetic that had kidney problems, and I've dealt with blood sugar and kidney issues throughout my life. Throughout this go around here in Babylon, man. And then you got these guys that come out and act like the law, like the law was just meant to be broken, man. No, the scriptures say that the law is light. Okay, we're supposed to walk in the light. Okay, and the law is meant to be a guideline on how we conduct ourselves and how we live our lives, and that includes the dietary laws. Okay, now this is gonna be a general health discussion. Okay, a very general health discussion, man. Because I know I watched Apostle Gabar's video, and he was getting on the greens and that, and all the carbs and all that. Well, in this lesson, okay, I'm gonna iron sharpeneth iron, take what I know and expound upon that. Okay, because you don't always need to be on keto. Okay, you don't always need to completely cut carbs. Every brother's body is different. Okay, and there are ways where you can enjoy a little bit of junk once in a while, just as long as the junk is of a higher quality and you're not abusing it and you're doing it at the right times, man. See, our body has something called the circadian rhythm. Okay, and your body is a lot smarter than you. Okay, your body pretty much does anything for survival, man. And there are ways to get around certain mechanisms of the body. Okay, to kind of reprogram it. And I want to start with this scripture right here. Psalm 104:14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man. So everything in the earth, okay, everything among the earth, okay, is you hear often the term used ecosystem. Everything in the earth is in balance with something. Okay. Now, obviously, everything's off balance because the wicked are in rule. He's turned everything upside down. He's destroyed the earth. Okay. But the Lord created herbs for us as a service. Okay. There's herbs and there's combination of herbs as well as your regular diet that is meant to heal diseases, ailments, imbalances, bring up weak points, so on and so forth. Okay. But a thing that I see brothers do is they take their health seriously for a little while, and then they just let it all fall apart. No, you need to consistently be doing this stuff. And there's some herbs that are very powerful that you should only take for a little while. And then, give yourself a break and take it for a little while and then give yourself a break. Because not every herb is made to be taken consistently every day. For instance, turmeric. Okay, and it's a beautiful herb that the Lord gave us for a number of things. Your blood pressure, uh, uh, it reprograms your body's fat receptors, your immune system, blood circulation, so on and so forth. Okay, if you take it too much, too often, okay, it causes a lot of it causes a lot of stress on the liver and on your kidneys. Okay. So a lot of these herbs are very helpful, but you also got to be aware of the detriments. That's why you're not supposed to take a lot of them consistently every single day. You're supposed to give yourself a break. Okay, and then you go with another combination of herbs. And Salaki, brothers, this is going to be a general health discussion rant. Okay, because I need to hold myself accountable because I was on a serious health kick for the past year and a half, and lately, I've been eating a little bit too many starches. Okay, I've been staying away from too much junk, but I've been eating too many starches lately, and it's starting to catch up to me. The scale's going up. Uh, but this is Psalm 104:14. He calls it the grass to grow for the cattle, an herb for the service of men, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. Okay, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengtheneth man's heart. Except today, the bread is not going to strengthen our heart. It's going to fucking weaken our heart. Okay. Well, hey, not all grains are created equal. You don't need to eat the white bread. Okay. In fact, if you have blood sugar problems, I would recommend not eating any bread whatsoever, no matter what form it is. But a couple grains that I've found that don't impact me too much. And again, I have to stress this. Certain things are going to affect certain bodies differently. For instance, you take oatmeal. Okay. Now, if you do eat oatmeal occasionally, you shouldn't eat it every day. But if you do eat oatmeal occasionally, and you keep your portions small, you could be all right. But then the brother next to you, he could eat oatmeal for a couple days and he just flares up. Okay. So everybody's system is different. And then it also matters the quality. You don't want to eat that processed quick oats. Okay. You want the real shit, the steel cuts, or you can get something called Irish oatmeal. Okay. That stuff will have you. If you don't believe me, that's some strong stuff. Wait till you use the bathroom the next day after you eat a bowl of that. Okay. But keep your portion small because, hey, a half cup of oatmeal is the serving size on most oats. Okay, how many people just eat a half cup? Okay, but if your system can handle it, then once in a while, it'll be all right. For me, it seems to be all right. As long as I don't eat too much of it. Okay, because I did do a keto cycle earlier this year and I'm coming off. But another grain, again, I'm telling you, brothers, well, you can use sparingly. Okay, you shouldn't eat this stuff every day. Okay, but the 80-20 rule, the 90-10 rule, as long as 80 to 90% of the stuff that you're eating is good, you should be all right. If, unless you're fighting something serious, then you want to go 100 for a while. But barley, well, hey, when YAHAWASHI performed the miracle and fed 5,000 out of a few loaves of bread and some fish, okay, what was the bread made out of? It was made out of barley, okay? Barley's a very strong grain. Now it's been modified a little bit, okay? Because that's the problem, really. A lot of these grains aren't in their pure form, okay? They've been modified to hell and back. They're not even the same. They're not even the same crop, okay? But barley, I noticed, man, because I'll eat barley once in a while. It definitely helps with my workouts when I get my weightlifting going. Okay, before or after, it greatly helps my recovery. Okay, and I don't feel those blood sugar surges and those blood sugar crashes. Just make sure, again, it's a good source. Okay, your sources are going to matter a lot. The quality of your sources, man. So you're going to have to spend the extra money. You may have to travel to a different store that you're used to, or go to a farmer's market. We got a farmer's market around the few blocks from me, and the guy has Brussels sprouts. Ooh, talk about a beautiful green herb. The guy has Brussels sprouts and he sells it to you. He doesn't sell you the Brussels sprouts. He sells you the vine with the Brussels sprouts still on it, just so that it's some legit, just picked shit, man. Okay? He sells you the green peppers on the vine. Okay? As well as the red peppers and that. And they look different than the store-bought. They don't look manufactured, okay? They look natural. They got a little wear and tear on them. They still got the dirt on them. Okay? That's the good stuff, man. You may look at it and say, oh, it's dirty. No, that's the good stuff. That's how you know it's fresh and it's real. Okay, he's got real grapes. Okay, dark, dark, dark grapes, like black grapes. And they got the seeds in them. Okay, if you brothers could get black grapes or dark grapes with the seeds in them, that's beautiful. I know that's hard to find these days. Okay. But then again, a lot of the things I'm listing have a lot of carbs. So I got to get into the timing in a little bit. I know I'm ranting. Just bear with me here. Okay. Just bear with me here. Because this is complicated stuff, man. There's literally thousands of crops on the earth. Yeah, you can handle, if you can handle barley, you could eat it once in a while. Okay. Granted, your blood sugar isn't having problems. Another grain that I found, and I'm getting into the grains because, we all need a little comfort once in a while. We all need uh some flexibility with our meals. Because you could just say just eat fruit. Well, fruit spikes your blood sugar a lot of times. Starches, a lot of it isn't really processed by the liver. Okay, so you gotta have a little bit of both. Um, Another grain that I found is quinoa. Quinoa is amazing, man. You'll feel really good after you eat some quinoa. Okay, so make sure it's organic. Uh, Pulses. Okay, pulses are shown to help regulate your blood sugar. Now I know I'm talking a lot about blood sugar, but that's really one of the centerpieces of your health. If you like to eat pasta, get they got chickpea pasta. Or you can make your own with a pasta maker. Okay, chickpea pasta. It's higher in protein. It's loaded with fiber. Pasta made out of lentils, or you could just make a soup with the lentils or the chickpeas. You know, us Italians, we call them bonzo beans. Um, yeah, they're a centerpiece in a lot of Italian dishes. You get some olive oil and you make like an Italian dressing. Sprinkle it on some cucumbers, some tomato, and some chickpeas. Maybe a little bit of feta cheese. Okay, and that's another thing. Dairy. That's another sensitive topic. Some brothers can handle dairy, but my advice on dairy is if you can handle it, okay, spend the money and get the good quality. That's something where you really got to get the good quality. Stay away from the bagged, shredded bullshit. Okay, and get you the blocks. And don't eat too much cow's milk dairy. Okay, they got like I just mentioned, feta cheese. It's made out of sheep's milk. Then you got goat cheese. Okay, me, I'm a big fan of Parmesan and Romano, but I'll only eat it if it's in the block, not the sprinkle shit. Because the block is what you want. The aged stuff that has the enzymes and the cultures in it. And a lot of the lactose it's very low in lactose. Okay, you don't want too much lactose if you choose to eat dairy. Okay, just get the good shit, man. Okay, let's get the good shit so it doesn't have all that garbage in it. Again, like I said, the quality is gonna matter because when you eat higher quality ingredients, okay, you're gonna stay fuller for longer, so it pays for itself. Like I was getting into lentils and chickpeas, those are very good for regulating our blood sugar. Okay, and they're a decent amount of protein. Okay, they got a lot of fiber and they got carbs. Slow digesting carbs, low glycemic carbs, man. But in this next part, I want to get into a couple herbs that I found. Everybody knows about apple cider vinegar by now. Okay, about how it improves insulin sensitivity. And hey, not just getting into this guy, but Esau, Edom, just did a report this morning that there's a new pneumonia hitting the United States, and it's been here since August. Okay, it came from China. And if you know, we are in a El Nino winter cycle. Okay, and an El Nino cycle means what? Wetter weather. Wetter conditions, more humid conditions, which makes it easier for pneumatic viruses and respiratory illnesses like RSV to spread. Okay, so we need to get our health up. Okay, we need to get our health up. And that was one of the reasons, well, that was one of the influences on this video. Okay. Um, Now, one of the herbs that I found is berberine. And a lot of physicians, okay, Esau's physicians, okay, the ones that actually care about your health and aren't just trying to make money off you, okay, and the ones that are diligent uh, are starting to prescribe berberine instead of these chemical things like Ozempic and what's the other one that starts with an M? There's one that starts with an M. But anyways, metformin. Okay, Esau give you those craps, but the ones that care about you give you berberine. Okay, let me read up on Let me read up on some of this. Okay. Berberine, a powerful supplement with many benefits. And I've noticed this too. Okay. Gives you longer lasting energy. Berberine is a compound found naturally in many plants. Some research suggests, right, because we're supposed to go back to the herbs for things, not Esau's pharmaceuticals. Some research suggests that it may help promote weight loss, enhance blood sugar regulation, and protect against several chronic conditions. Berberine is a supplement that has been associated with several potential health benefits. In particular, berberine has been shown to lower blood sugar, increase weight loss, and improve heart health. It may also be linked to other benefits and could aid in the treatment of conditions such as depression and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease comes from too many carbs in general. Too many processed carbs. Okay? Because when you eat too many carbs, especially simple sugars like sodas and things like that, it has to be processed by the liver, and the liver is constantly backed up. Okay? When the liver is backed up, it creates fatty deposits. This article, I don't want to get too in depth on it. You brothers should do your. We'll just get to the bullet points. Many studies show that berberine can significantly lower blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes, which is a serious epidemic amongst our people. It seems to work via multiple mechanisms and may help decrease insulin resistance, making the blood sugar lowering hormone insulin more effective, increase glycolysis, helping your body break down sugars inside cells. So it helps your body process the sugar that's in your body more efficiently, more effectively. Okay? And I definitely notice I feel better after I eat a carb meal after taking this stuff. So I've been taking it for a couple months now. Okay? And oftentimes when I eat something I'm not supposed to eat, I'll pop some berberine with it. And it reduces the blood sugar spike, and I'll go and exercise or something to keep it low. Okay. So you gotta think sometimes. Okay. Decrease sugar production in your liver, right? Because processes your liver takes fructose, turns into glucose. Slow the breakdown of carbohydrates in your gut. Increase the number of beneficial bacteria in your gut. So all around, it's very good for you. In a 2008 study of 116 people with diabetes, taking 1 gram berberine per day lowered fasting blood sugar by 20%. That's very good for just taking an herb. Okay, and get a good brand, man. You know, and that's a beautiful thing about berberine. It's not that expensive. Okay, and you could get the brands with the Kalon cinnamon too to better further improve that. It also lowered hemoglobin A1C or your A1C, a marker of long-term blood sugar regulation, by 12%, and improved levels of blood lipids such as cholesterol and triglycerides. Okay, so it helps cholesterol. According to an older review of 14 studies, berberine may be as effective as certain oral diabetes drugs, but you don't want the drugs, including metformin, glipizide, and I don't even know what the hell that other one is. I never heard of it. But just to go, hey, the Lord created herbs for the service of man. Okay, whatever pharmaceuticals Esau Edom comes up with, okay, the Lord created an herb that's just as good, if not better. Okay, at least you won't get the side effects. Okay, because Esau will come up with something that seems like a super drug, but then you got a big list of side effects you got to worry about. And then they don't know the long-term implications. Well, we know the long-term implications of the herbs of the earth, okay? Right, 12-week study. They took 5, I'm just going to skim through this, 500 milligrams 3 times a day, and they lost 5 pounds of weight in 12 weeks on average. Okay? And they also lost belly fat, which is an indication of decreased insulin resistance. Helps with inflammation. Right, and the only side effects that they found you get diarrhea and maybe a little bit of bloating. But but I'll say this, my personal experience, I only noticed this like the first few days taking it, probably a reaction to it. And I noticed that if you drink a good amount of water with it, you really don't get those symptoms. Okay. I also read somewhere, and I'm trying to find where it helped increase mitochondria production in your muscle cells. It makes it so your body can store more energy. Okay. Now another herb that I found. Let me just read this scripture real fast. Genesis 1:30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given green herb for meat, and it was so. Okay. Because if you notice, right, the centerpiece or the meat of the matter of all health is the green herbs, man. Okay. What do the cows eat? They eat the green grass, right? You may look at animals like lions that eat meat, but uh what are the diets of the animals that they eat? They eat the greens, right? So the greens are the centerpiece of everything that we eat. Okay, whether we're eating meat or not. Of course, Esau's changed that. But notice how it says the green herb, okay? Because that's really the centerpiece of your health. And it's something that I also wanted to expound upon before I finish this lesson up, because Apostle Kabar stresses that, man. The green herbs, man. Okay? Green is synonymous with being clean. Okay? Because I wanted to get that out of the way, man. I was talking about ways you can get around things with the different grains and the berberine and that. But really, the centerpiece of your diet should be green things, man. Okay, and lately I've been eating a lot more broccoli because it's been nice and cheap, and it looks pretty good for being out of season this year. Okay, I mentioned the Brussels sprouts. Okay, parsley and cilantro can help uh, filter metals out of the body. Things like that. One thing that I've changed is I started taking pea protein instead of that whey shit. Okay, and I notice I feel a lot better. Okay. Now I know that the pea protein doesn't count as a leafy green, but it's still green. Okay. It still has a lot of the same compounds. Even certain yellows have a little bit of greens in it. You just can't see it. Okay, like this berberine. It says it comes from a yellow compound. Well, to make green, you need yellow. Okay. I want to get into another herb that I found because we need to go all out this winter, man. You know, hey, don't be afraid to eat more citrus because that vitamin C would be good, and that's another thing that greens have a lot of. Okay, a lot of vitamin C. Okay, especially if Esau is going to be releasing respiratory illnesses, that's the best thing for it. Now, this next herb that I'm going to get into, this is really powerful, and not a lot of I've actually never seen a brother do a video on this herb. Uh, if there are out there, hey, keep pushing it out there, okay? Because very few people in general even know about this herb. This is an herb called Gymnema sylvestre, and when you translate that, it literally means sugar destroyer. Sugar destroyer. That's what it means. Sugar destroyer and sweetness blocker. In fact, the Hindi name for this herb translates to destroyer of sugar. Okay? And this is a green herb, just like it says in the scripture. Okay? Cleans your body of that sugar, which a lot of cancer is formed with. Okay? Cancer forms from weakness, and it feeds off sugar. The health benefits of Gymnema sylvestre. And again, spend the money, get a good brand. It's a little stinky. It should be stinky if you open the bottle. It should be really stinky. Gymnema sylvestre is a plant used in Ayurveda, an ages-old form of holistic medicine practice in India. The plant is a perennial vine found in tropical regions of India as well as Africa and Australia. It is also known as Australian cowplant, a paraplica of the woods, which is translated. I'm just going to skim through, which is translated sugar destroyer. This is because gymnema leaves contain a compound called gymnemic acid. See how complicated the Most High is, man? Okay? He's simple but complicated, man. He gives you the basic instruction. Okay? That suppresses the taste of sugar. Limited evidence suggests that the suppression of sugar may be useful in treating diabetes. And I've noticed this. You brothers take this stuff, man, and you'll notice this. You'll notice this from the very first dose if you get a good brand. Okay? A pure brand. You will notice this, man. And it's relatively cheap. A good brand is only like $18 to $20 a bottle of this stuff. You will notice this, man. First thing. One of the things that I did was I took this about 20 minutes before I ate, right? And then I ate banana. Okay, I figured, well, if I'm gonna eat something, I'm gonna eat something sugary just to test this stuff out. And I noticed it right away. Okay. It makes things taste like a diet version. Like instead of like a diet soda versus a sugary soda, it'll take a banana and make it taste like a diet banana. Okay. Like you could have a ripe banana and it'll taste like a somewhat ripe banana, or a somewhat ripe banana will make it taste more like a green banana. Same thing with anything sweet. And over time, this makes you crave less sweet things. Okay? Because you don't get the dopamine effect and all that from the sweetness of your taste buds. Okay? The sugar doesn't become as addictive because you don't get that sugar high that you get when you first pop it in your mouth. Okay, it makes sugary sweet things taste more mild. So you don't really have a reason to even eat them. Then over time, when you take that, you definitely notice that you're gonna eat less sugary things, man. Okay. And by the way, I just got to touch this up since it popped into my head. These sugary drinks, you shouldn't be eating them whatsoever. Shouldn't be drinking that shit whatsoever, these sugary drinks. If you're looking for an alternative to sugary drinks like your teas and all, like that processed crap teas that you think is good for you, okay? Or sugary drinks and that. You shouldn't even be drinking orange juice or apple juice. That stuff is fucking garbage, okay? Unless you make it yourself, but even then, it's kind of garbage, okay? The thing that hey, get you some sparkling mineral water, right? What is it called? Pellegrino, I think the brand is. And its standard flavor is lemon lime. Okay. What you do is you take a sweetener like stevia or monk fruit, one that's good for you, not the artificial sweeteners, but a plant-based sweetener. You add a little bit to put it in a glass, add a little bit to it. It will taste just like Sprite. Okay, a toned down version of Sprite. So if you get a sweet tooth, just add some sweetener to your sparkling mineral water, man. Okay, there's ways around things. You just got to not be lazy and use your head. Okay? Use your head. That's all you got to do. Small studies also suggest, limited evidence suggests that the suppressant of sugar taste may be useful in treating diabetes. Right, because it suppresses it. You don't get the addictive feeling of it. Small studies also suggest that Gymnema sylvestre may block sugar and fat absorption in the body, the effect of which may be useful in treating obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol. The article also looks at the possible benefits of Gymnema sylvestre, including how the herbal remedy is thought to work. I just want to get into the benefits. Research shows promise regarding the effectiveness of Gymnema sylvestre in reducing blood sugar and cholesterol. Much of the research done so far, however, has been in animals or has relied on very small study groups. More research is needed to definitively prove the safety and effectiveness of Gymnema sylvestre. Gymnema sylvestre is said to lower sugar cravings while reducing the rate at which sugar and fat are absorbed into the body. This twofold action may help treat obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Now, when you combine this with the berberine, man, you'll notice, okay? Because honestly, I've been eating a lot more starches and I really haven't been gaining any weight, you know? If anything, I'm starting to put on some more muscle, man, because it helps with the insulin sensitivity, you know? The active compound in Sylvestre is gymnemic acid. This compound selectively suppresses sweet taste without affecting the perception of other tastes. Studies have shown that this can reduce sugar cravings for high sugar foods. Although these effects occur rapidly, usually within 30 seconds, they only last for around 1 hour. So that's why you got to take it right before your meal. You know, when you're cooking your food or whatever. 2017 study from Oregon concluded that 34 adults given a lozenge containing gymnemic acid ate 44% fewer sweets. And I noticed this, man. Okay, you don't crave sweet things as much. Then 33, if anything, I notice I'm craving more salt. Then 33 adults who took a placebo or sham treatment. By contrast, those who were given the placebo were 430% more likely to eat candy afterward. Okay, so it's gonna stop all. It's gonna cut down on your sweet tooth. When you give in to those cravings. Diabetes is the diabetes is a common disorder caused by the body's inability to utilize or produce insulin properly. Genema sylvestre is thought to increase insulin production by improving cell growth in the pancreas where insulin is produced. To date, however, much of the research into this effect has been limited to animal or laboratory studies. That's why I like this article, because it tells you both sides of the story. Okay. Lowers sugar absorption. Genema sylvestre is also thought to lower the amount of sugar that gets absorbed into the intestines. This may further help improve blood sugar levels in people with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Uh, Blocks lipid absorption, reduces blood pressure. I'm gonna hurry up and right. There are side effects, and this comes with lower blood sugar, so you shouldn't just take it by itself. Okay, you know that the meal you're making, okay, is going to have some carbs in it. Then take it. Don't just take it by itself. Right, for sugar blocking effects, take Genema Sylvester supplements up to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes before eating high sugar foods. Okay, so we'll get this last scripture, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I know I went on a rant, brothers, but hey, if this helps one brother, and there's other ways to get your blood sugar under control. There's zinc and magnesium. There's nutrient timing. Just eat your carbs around your exercise time. And stay away from carbs at night, and do some intermittent fasting. Okay, but the main thing is we here in Babylon, we eat too many carbs as it is, man. Okay, you don't need to have a carbohydrate source, a giant carbohydrate source every time you eat. Okay, uh, whether you choose to go on keto or not. This is Sirach 30 and 15 in the Apocrypha. This is actually 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Okay? Because hey, man, you constantly got to fight when you have afflictions in your body. Health, and it's a fight just to have energy to do anything besides exist. Okay? Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinity wealth. Okay? So keeping your temple good is beneficial above wealth. Okay? A strong body. And then just think about it, man. We got all them respiratory illnesses. We might be going through round 2 next year. Okay, we might be going through round 2. We went through round 1 with the Novid. Okay, we always got to keep in mind. Okay, the scriptures talk about what the wiles of the devil. Okay, Ephesians 6 and 11, right? We're battle with spiritual wickedness in high places. There's nothing more than they want than to put you in a weak state and make you suffer. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Well, hey, I read that a lot of those things that I recommended, the berberine and the gymnema, sylvestre, right? They help with depression. Okay, because hey, one of the largest causes of mood swings is irregular blood sugar. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness, which high blood sugar will give you continual sickness. Okay? Delicates. In fact, let me jump down. Because there's a scripture that talks about the diet. Okay, yeah, down here. Verse 24, envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. Okay? So a man in the Lord is going to have care of his meat and diet. He's not just going to be reckless with everything. He's going to have discipline, man. Okay? Faith isn't just about reading the scriptures and going out there and putting on the camera and putting YouTube videos about up and about, man. Faith is about following the instruction of the scriptures, man. Okay? The things that require discipline, like taking care of yourself, like being good to your brothers, man, like being consistent. Okay? Prayer. Okay? Scriptures talk about, let me put this in. Proverbs 6:23, for the commandment is a lamp, right? The law of light, and the law is light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Okay? So law is an instruction or guideline on how to live. With that, I've went on too long with this. It's like I get passionate talking about this stuff. But because the Lord, He really turned my health around the last couple of years, man. I thought I was gonna go with the ghost any minute. But till next time, shalom, peace and blessings to you elect.